Hey guys, this is early 1981 and welcome back to the Golf Club 2019. Today we are going to be playing and reviewing the club at Pelion Marsh. This one was by Neil Glitz. I have searched for his ghost ball on the leaderboard for the PS4, but I cannot seem to find it, so unfortunately we're not going to be able to add the designer's ghost ball for this round. But he does go on to give us a bit of information about the course. There's paragraphs upon paragraphs for this. I'm not going to read it all out, but what I can do is, if any of you guys are interested, I will copy and paste it into the video description. He does go on to say that the club at Pelion Marsh was a course of controversy from the beginning. The marshland was environmentally protected land, but the new owners saw the potential for a beautiful golf experience. Pelion Marsh Resort, which can be viewed from the course, was built years ago on the coastline. The resort offered boating and fishing recreation from the beginning, but lacked the necessary land to develop a golf course for their high-end clientele. I tell you what, with me out here cutting this course up, I am taking the class of the clientele down through the classes, I can assure you that. And he says, in a desperate attempt to obtain the marshlands nearby to develop the course, the owners concocted a devious plan to make it a reality. So let's get into this one here. We do have 3 tee options. We are going to be playing off the blue tees, which are 7,362 yards. And as always, for the camera flybys, pin set numero uno, everything's set to default. I have jumped back up to the master clubs for this round. I have played 3 or 4 rounds discreetly and really enjoyed the experience. It went fairly well. I'm quite happy where my swing is now in this game. Accurately and swing tempo wise, it's good. So, fairly long par 4 to start us off. It is playing 488 yards, stroke index 9. I can only imagine the marsh effect on the course is going to make for some tough holes in this. Let's show you guys quickly the course details. As confirmed, the fairways are normal, greens are soft, and the green speed is fast. It's been a while since I've actually played soft greens. 8 mile per hour wind. I'm going to have to club down to the 2-wood here and just loft this up a touch. Probably going to leave myself I put a slow on that one. Should be okay though. Probably going to be looking about a 6, maybe a 7 iron into this green from here. But a decent swing to start off the round.
Okay, boats,
saying a 5 iron, but with that wind behind me, I'm pretty confident that I can actually loft up this 6 iron. The greens are soft, but they are fast. Better swing tempo.
This is looking decent.
Would like to think that this could stop within a fair few feet. Decent approach shot. It's going to leave me about a 10 to 12 foot putt for birdie.
10-footer here. This is makeable.
It is downhill. The green speeds are 175. So just going to play it as dead weight with a downhill element. And we do start off with a nice putt there, and we do move to 1 under par through the first hole. Always nice to start with birdies. So let's move on to hole number 2, which is a long par 5, playing 637 yards, stroke index 11. But really nice looking course so far. It is always nice to play courses from designers I've never come across. I think they deserve credit and attention as much as the top designers do to get their stuff out there and noticed. But so far, quietly impressed. Obviously, you don't know what to expect from a designer whose course and work you've never come across previously. I'm going once again. I'm just going to be on the safe side here and club down to the 2-wood. It's a better swing. That should run out a fair bit for me. 290 yards we've managed to play that. We could have probably comfortably played the driver. I don't really see the point. But what I am going to do here is apply a touch of fade just to combat this wind here and see if we can chase this 2-wood onto the front of the green, or at worst chip or flop shot. That's a far better strike. Fade's really kicked in nice. Going to come up short at the front of the green, but it should well be a flop shot, I would like to imagine. Yeah. I do believe I'm bang on club for this. Executed it well. Should spin back a touch. And we should have a tap in for
this one for
consecutive birdies, but ooh, certainly no gimme here. But we do knock that in for the birdie and move to 2 under par. So great start to this round. Long may it continue. So hole number 3 is a par 3 playing 188 yards, stroke index 1, which means it is playing the toughest hole on the course so far. Favourable pin position, to be fair. I'm not seeing any huge issues here. I am going to club down to the 6-iron. It does look like the green is uphill. Going to counteract the wind, and I'm just de-lofting this 6-iron a fair amount here. Beautiful. Look at that. Deadly straight shot. Just try to get this to run up this slope as much as possible. And I tell you what, that is a fantastic approach shot. And it's hopefully set up another birdie opportunity for us here. Certainly no gimme. It is uphill though, so it does mean we can have an attack at this one. And we do drop that for another birdie, and we do move to 3 under par through 3 holes. Great start.
Nice bird on that last
Delighted that I'm achieving this with the master clubs again. I do feel my swing is in a far better place. I mean, when the game first came out, my swing was good. It just gradually deteriorated over a matter of 6 to 7 weeks. So hole number 4 is a par 4 playing 460 yards, stroke index 5. Once again, it's quite tough to play the driver on this hole. And on this course so far, we've been forced to take a layup in a few holes now, which I do not mind. That does not bother me. So once again, the right club was certainly chosen.
Nice.
Probably looking about a 7 to 8 iron now.
Right around 175
With that wind, I'm confident I can club down to the 8 iron. Just going to de-loft it a touch. Just looking to bounce this on from the front of the green. Striking the ball well.
This could be dirty.
Ah, I need a bounce. We got it. I was hoping to hit the front of the green there, not the rough or the fringe. So we have come up shorter than I would have liked. Once again, though, it's an uphill putt. Is it going to turn? It does. So our putting is far superior today than what it has been in previous rounds, and we do move to 4 under par.
Par 4 here.
So hole number 5 is a par 4 playing 466 yards, stroke index 15. But it is a really nice looking course, this one. I have got no idea if this is the designer's first ever course or what. Going by the standards he set here, I would say no. I would say he's probably had a few attempts at courses previously, because this, going by the planting and the design structure, certainly looks like he knows his way around the course creator. Just gonna have a look at that fairway.
Nice.
Boom, another space bar straight swing. And that should really run out about 325 yards. 327 yards. So we're going to have
looks like we have about 135 yards or so to
pitch
go.
and wedge. Let's see with that wind. More than happy to drop down to the gap wedge here. Wow, we are really swinging well here.
Ooh, it looks like you're going to be putting.
Came up a wee bit shorter than I expected, but we do have another birdie attempt. And I'm not sure if it's just where we're landing the ball. I mean, if we were long, it looks like the green's far tougher to read. And it's another birdie, but either we're getting very fortunate at where we're landing the ball, or the greens are very, very simple to putt on, but we will take it. 5 under through 5, great start. Hole number 6 is a short par 4, playing 327 yards, stroke index 17, and the lighting in this hole is fantastic. I love it. Love the reflection of the sun out there on the ocean. With a favourable wind, you could well drive this hole. And I'll tell you something, I think the driver is going to be too long here. I'm going to take the gamble here. Certainly water won't be in play, but we are going to get this as far down as we can. Uh-oh. Should bounce a fair bit for me here, but we are going to have a flop shot from the rough. Disappointed with the fast there. Let's see if we can play a good flop shot to keep this birdie run going. Really de-lofted this. Hoping this runs out a fair bit for me. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Keep running, keep running. Played that pretty well. Hopefully it's a makeable putt for birdie. It is once again. Should start to turn, and it does right into the centre off the hole.
6 under for the round.
And we do move to 6 under par. Fairly basic course on the greens, to be honest. So I'm not looking too much into this start. I would imagine any player worth their salt would be matching my score here. So hole number 7 is a par 5, playing 553 yards, stroke index 13. But I tell you what, it's a really nice looking course. I really like the way the designer has laid it out. The planting's good. You are getting awarded for good shots. And you are getting punished for poor shots, so you really can't ask for much more. I love the bridges there. The wind's going to move us round to the middle of the fairway. It's going to be close whether or not we can attack this pin in 2.
And this one looks like around 240 yards out.
But it looks like we can. That wind's not doing me much favours with this club, so all what I'm going to do here is de-loft this 1 iron a few touches. Let's see if this wind will really bring us round and just run this on. Beautiful strike again, really hitting the ball well. I'm hoping this just runs on to the green for me. Come on, stay up, stay up, stay up. Ah, it's just going to come up a bit short, but we do have an eagle opportunity.
Look at you putting for eagle now. That's fine work. Fine work indeed.
A 16-foot putt for eagle. Don't think I've hit that firm enough, and I tell you what, that was dropping. Disappointed I didn't play that firm enough. I shouldn't have left that short. That was a bit of a mistake there, but we are going to pick up the birdie to continue the birdie run. And we have got 7 consecutive birdies here. Wow, fantastic. Let's move on to hole number 8, which is a par 4, playing 428 yards. Pardon me, stroke index 7. Plenty of marshland here. Imagine it's going to be tough to hit driver here. I think that marsh here is probably about in line with my yardage. But with that wind behind me, I am going to take the risk here.
Nice swing.
Played it well. We're going to have plenty of fairway to work with here, so really delighted, guys, with how I'm playing the Master Clubs here. It was funny yesterday when I uploaded my TGC Tours, the latest video, within 4 minutes, 5 minutes, I just checked it to make sure it was up there, and I had a dislike. Now the video was about, what, let's say 26, 27 minutes long. So for that video to be up there 5 minutes, 4 minutes, whatever it was, and a dislike just confirms everything I know. There's unfortunately people who do not even watch my videos. They just dislike it for the sake of disliking it. So I mean, if you don't like my stuff, I've got brave enough's not the word, I've got broad enough shoulders to take on criticism, guys. So if you think there's something I could do to improve the channel, please say. I would like to think people could be man enough to say, I left a dislike because one didn't like your video. Simple as that. So just loft it. In fact, I don't think I can loft that up with that wind. It is playing 126 yards with that wind. I'm actually going to have to de-loft this pitching wedge now because that wind is really fluctuating. Ah, I've pushed it right. It's going to stay right. The wind's not going to bring me back around here. I was long anyway. Was I?
Sweet.
We're waiting 126 yards, but I do think I was just a bit long there. And that is now a tough putt. Toughest putt of the round so far for the birdie. So it looks like the birdies are going to come to an end in this hole. It is down 1 inch. Tough putt. Is it going to start to swing round? Oh my goodness, I tell you what, who says I can't putt? Who said I cannot putt, eh? So we do, fortunately, and that is very fortunately, pick up a birdie there to move to 8 under through 8 holes. So what a fantastic round so far. I have a lot of fortune with that putt there. So hole number 9 is a par 3 playing 190 yards, stroke index 3. But on the flip note of that, I do really appreciate everyone who takes the time to watch my content, like my videos and comment on it. It is really appreciated. So 198 yards into the wind. I do believe that the 5 hybrid is far too long. Just really de-lofting this 5 iron here. It's a better strike.
Looks like you'll be putting.
Yardage should be pretty good. Is it going to sit? Come on, ball, sit. It's actually a wee bit long, but probably looking about an 8 to 10 foot putt for birdie.
And this putt for the birdie.
9 foot. Once again, tough putt. So let's see if we can drain this 9 foot bad boy. 2 inches down. Oh, it was always going to break extreme right there. And I tell you what, though, I just touched that and look how far past that's went. We've really been punished for that, and I don't think I could have played that much softer. Be gutted to give away a shot here. At least it's an uphill putt. Let's see if we can convert this for the par. Oh, Lee, I think I got a flyer there. I think that came off way harder than I expected it to, and I don't think that was me there. So, that's a bogey. That was a 2. Just me after praising myself as well after a fantastic putt in the 8th. We do give the course back an unnecessary shot there. So, we move back to 7 under par.
Coming off a bit of a bogey.
See if we can get this drop shot straight back. So hole number 10 is a par 5, playing 566 yards, stroke index 8. But for me, some of that flyers, I mean, when I refer to the flyer, the putt, it really gives you a firmer putt than what you think you've swung. And it is very a regular occurrence for me. I normally get one every one round, sometimes more. I know a lot of people are experiencing it. So, let's see if we can pick ourselves back up and get birdie here. Oh, Lee could be in trouble. No, fine.
That's looking good.
Should be able to easily attack this green in 2. It's actually worked out a good drive for me despite a poor swing and swing tempo.
Okay, looks like about 235 yards to the pin.
It's going to really de-loft this 1 iron and apply a good bit of drop. Hoping the wind's going to take us back and we can just run onto the green here. Might not have the legs to kick up. It has. Sit down now. That is a really good shot. Didn't expect it to run on as far as that with the soft greens. But once again, we're going to have an eagle opportunity.
Some great golf I just saw on this hole.
22 feet.
For eagle.
Hopefully at worst we're walking away with birdie here. It's a good line, but I don't think I've hit it. So hopefully I can convert this 3-4 foot
nice
putt, whatever it is. 2 foot for birdie. And we do get that drop shot back straight away. Eagle would have been nice. But we are going to move back to 8 under par for the round through 10 holes. Very good round so far. And we are moving on to hole number 11, which is a par 4, playing 449 yards, stroke index 4.
Take it from there.
Really nice looking hole once again. Marshland's really coming into play now. And like I said on the first hole, it is making shots very challenging. I think that we could come over to this side here. It's a better swing. Should find the centre off the fairway here. That's worked out really, really nice.
And about 135 yards out from here.
So, pitch and wedge. Do you know what? I think this club's bang on. Just going to take one touch. No, let me reset that. One touch off of this. And I am going to play One touch. A fade. Nice strike.
It's gonna have to bite.
Wow. Didn't expect that to go 140 yards in that wind conditions, but there you go. 13-foot putt. Once again, it's very makeable. I really don't see how this misses with the way I've lined it up. I'm just going to zoom in here. I really don't.
Ooh, tracking towards the hole here.
Yeah, and that's a really good putt for the birdie. Disappointed with the approach shot. I would have liked it a lot closer than 13 feet, but we do move to 9 under par through 11 holes.
Nice bird on that last hole. Let's see.
Hole number 12 is a par 4, playing 384 yards, stroke index 14. Once again, the marshland cutting into the fairway there, making it a tougher drive. I do really like that. Bunker is in play up here at the back of the green, right next to the pin. That wind's really going to hold us up, so I do believe that I can comfortably hit driver here. I'm just going to fully loft it up. Try and use most of this fairway on this right hand side. Come on, wind. Come on, wind. I need a kick left here. Wind didn't move me to the left as much as I would have liked, but nonetheless, we're in the light rough. It's cool. I do believe, let's say it's playing 109 yards into the wind. Out the light rough. Just lofting this up twice. Beautiful strike. Beautiful strike. It's long. Wow. Once again, my yardage is way off.
Looking at a 19-foot putt from here.
Wow. Disappointed that I've put that 19 feet past. I really am. So certainly not going to leave this one short. Is it going to turn back? It is, and wow, what a putt that is. We are really putting well today, but I tell you what, the greens aren't the most challenging. But like I said a few videos ago, I do have a new putting technique. I mean, it's not a science. It sometimes works, it sometimes doesn't. It's probably accurate to about 70–75%. So it's kind of working out a wee bit better for me at times. At other times it doesn't seem to work at all. But let's move on to hole 13, which is quite a short par 4, playing 387 yards. Stroke index 18, which is making it the easiest hole on the course. I think we might be able to drive this, you know. Do you know what? Can I go over the top of these trees? I'm going to take it on. You only live once, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to see if you guys can take this on, lofting it up.
Solid swing.
Probably going to be way long here. Hopefully, we're going to run out the back of the green, and I'm going to have a flop shot. There we go. So you can get over the top of the trees, and look at that swing line, by the way, while lofted up driver. Immense. So we are in the light rough. So I'm just going to go with this club here. It is downhill. I'm not altering this at all. Just playing it. Should run out. Shouldn't spin back. That's a great executed shot there.
All right, here we go for the birdie.
And this should set up another birdie for me to move to 11 under par.
Oh, man.
You are kidding. You are kidding me. Now, look at that putt there. It didn't move me. That putt line should have moved me there, ladies and gentlemen. So, I've had a few of them. I definitely had a few of them on the TGC Tour's latest rounds. I get a few of them every so often. That is disappointing that the way I played that hole, I didn't pick up a birdie, but that's the way it is. There's no point getting upset about it, but I was right the way I read that green. I know I was. If I didn't read that green, that would have turned. Disappointed with that one. But hole number 14 is a par 3, playing 151 yards, stroke index 10. So you have an 11 mile per hour wind against me here. Certainly don't want to be short of the green at the front where we're not making that slope. So just de-lofting the 7-iron a touch because this really will hang up in the wind. It's another great strike.
Someone's gonna need to bite.
Wind's not holding me up as much as I would have liked. Sat down really quickly though with that wind. I fully expected that to hold me up a fair bit more than that. So it's a very long, difficult putt here. Down 3 inches. Really need this to start to turn. Ooh, it turned a lot more than I expected, but weight was good. Just didn't really allow enough for the break. And I tell you what, I've not left myself the easiest of putts.
All right, drop this par putt. Let's do it.
Just going to turn slightly. We do convert that for the par. We are going to remain at 10 under par. Really good round. Got to be happy with this. Hole 15 is a par 4, playing 466 yards, stroke index 12. It's another stunning course. I am really impressed with this. Really impressed with the work from the designer. He's clearly put a lot of time and effort into designing this. Pardon me, I have developed the hiccups here. So with this wind behind me, I should be leaving nothing more than a 9-iron into this green. I put a fast, but we should get away with that, I would imagine. We should get away with that. Looks like this should kick right. It has done. So with the wind behind me, I would... Okay, I said a 9-iron. It's actually going to probably be... It is going to be the pitching wedge. It's going to hang this up in the wind. It's a far better strike. Just a bit long once again. So my yardage calculations at times today has been way off with the winds and the carry of the ball. Really going to have I'm really going to attack this chip shot. Oh my goodness. So close to picking up the birdie there from a chip shot. But once again, if you're not going to hit greens with short distance irons, your high wedges, you're going to be punished. And certainly that's what's happened to me. And I certainly have enjoyed this course for the risk reward element of it. You know, I've been rewarded for taking on a few shots, and I've been punished for not executing a lot of good shots. But hole number 16 is a par 5, playing 579 yards, stroke index 16. Pins right at the front of the green here, bringing that left-hand side bunker into play. With that wind behind me, I am clubbing down to the 2-wood. I've pushed that one right, but we should be perfectly
This looks
fine.
pretty safe.
I would imagine that with another 2-wood, maybe even a 1-iron, we're going to be up on the dance floor or near to it. Yeah, perfect club. I'm just setting that out here and playing one touch of draw, trying to eliminate this bunker. That is a great strike. Tell you what, depending on the bounce, oh, that's probably going to run out onto the fringe. No, I don't think I've got a putt here though. That's the only frustrating thing.
You got a putt for eagle, and that's fantastic.
Okay, I do. So I would normally, back in the TGC 2 days, play flop shot here, but now that I'm on the tours, I need to practice these kind of shots. This one's going to be all in the weight. "40 feet, down 4 inches, turning to the left." Oh wow, it's turned a lot more to the left than I would have liked, and I have left that arguably 10 feet short. That's a poor putt.
10-footer here. I think this can go.
The only pleasing thing is here, should turn back, that there was a simple birdie putt there that I left myself, fortunately, and I do move on to 11 under par. Could have been better, could have been worse as well, but we'll take it. So hole number 17 is a par 3, playing 177 yards, stroke index 6. Tough looking pin position here next to the yellow lines on the green. I'm going to say it's playing 174 yards into that wind. So I'm just de-lofting this 7-iron here. I think that is my best. No, hold on, Lee. I think my best bet is to actually loft up 6-iron a few touches. In fact, that wind keeps changing, so I shouldn't really have to loft it up at all. It's a great strike again. The green should... Wow. Sometimes the wind in this game just amazes me that it doesn't seem to affect the ball flight at all. That should have held me up distance-wise. So it's another miscalculation from me. It's another tough putt. So this, oh wow, we could well be dropping easily a shot here. It is 1 foot downhill. I think it's just totally gradual downhill slope, so... Oh, please stop. Tell you what, we've played that fairly well. I don't think I could have played that much better other than it dropping the way I read it and the pace I played it. Certainly no gimme here, this 7-footer. Does turn into the cup for the par.
And that'll keep you,
so let's move on to the final hole of this fantastic course, and it really is a fantastic course. I think that the designers achieved what he set out to achieve. It's certainly a very playable and enjoyable course. Plenty of risk-reward elements to it. The greens do start out fairly easy, but they then progress to more of a challenge. And visually the course is beautiful. I like the planting, I like the layout of the course, I love the theme. Very cool clubhouse here. And I like this final hole with the green right in amongst bunkers there. Really like it. Really enjoyed this course. certainly one for you guys to go out there and play. It's another very straight shot. Starting to play like this on the golf club too. Hopefully don't I jinx myself here. I would love to finish off with a birdie on this hole.
All right, you're looking at around
175 yards. Let's say 172. Let's say. It does look like the green is going to slope towards the pin, so I'm just de-lofting this one touch just to counteract the wind. Maybe 2 touches. Beautiful strike once again.
This is looking good.
It's going to be long. I expected that to drop about 2 yards further back what it did, leaving me an easier putt. But we are going to have a birdie opportunity once again. It's down 3 inches. Wait, I'm just going to reset that. Not happy with the way I've read that. Should turn. It does. So we do finish with the birdie, and we do finish with a score of 12 under par. Really nice course. Really enjoyed playing that one. Disappointed with a few of the things that happened, but that's golf. That's virtual golf, you know. But fantastic course. Certainly worth a play. I will be giving that a favourite. But just a pity I couldn't find Jagman's Ghost Ball. Maybe not played it. He maybe just a designer. But for me, I would say 4.5 stars, but you can't give it 4.5, so I'm going to push it up one and give it a 5-star course. Like I say, it's the first time I've come across this gentleman's work. Very, very impressed. It's certainly a course that I do feel you would enjoy playing all 4 holes. So please get out there and play it. Please feel free to add my Ghost Ball. Tell me how you get on with it, and let me know in the comment section. But that is it for today, guys. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like. If you are new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you all in the next one. Take care, peace out, and love you all. Bye.